Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where we've got a great show for you. From a new patch update that just went live in Black Ops 7 Zombies, brand new Easter eggs that are being discovered, and still more to be found in this game, a massive game-ending warning for anyone attempting to beat the main Easter egg final boss, and some more indication from players that XP isn't really working as intended here in the Zombies mode. All that today, so let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. Treyarch released a new patch update into Black Ops 7 Zombies today with four changes. In the first one, Treyarch says that they've addressed an issue that allowed players to increase their health beyond intended values. If you didn't know about this, I found this out yesterday. I thought it was kind of a neat little glitch where players were using the Juggernog augment called Iron Core that allows you to gain 50 more health when you have no plates. They were then using stims to overcharge their health, and then the glitch would be when you replate, you were able to keep the boosts you got from the stims, giving you a permanent boosted base health. Some players were getting into like over 1,000 HP using this method. An interesting glitch I don't recall seeing in Zombies before, but it is now Gonzo Alonso patched with this update. Another good change Treyarch made was specifically to the Quick Revive perk, where Treyarch says they've addressed an issue that prevented the equivalent exchange augment from working as intended. Equivalent exchange being an augment of Quick Revive that allows you to be self-revived after doing a certain amount of damage to zombies while down. Well, as Treyarch themselves said, some players were not reviving when dealing enough damage while down. They've now altered it so it works as intended, meaning you can run this in your game if you wish. Next, Treyarch says that they've addressed an issue that allowed Ether Shrouds after image to persist longer than intended. I'm pretty sure this was a glitch going around that allowed you to be in pretty much permanent Ether Shroud even after it was over, which is seemingly no longer able to be done after this update, although knowing the Zombies community, players will find something else to break. And hey, speaking of breaking things, a similar refrain to what we've seen in earlier updates to Black Ops 7 so far, Treyarch saying that they've addressed an issue that could prevent players from loading into Zombies matches, as well as various crash and stability fixes. I'm sure we'll see a lot of those 2 points in every further update. There's still a whole bunch of broken things within the Zombies mode. One of the most prominent a lot of players are experiencing is the broken TED trial that asks you to take down zombies while on a jump pad. That is totally uncompletable right now, so I would expect Treyarch to make an attempt to fix some of those more major issues when the next patch drops shortly. Next up, it seems like Ashes isn't quite as barren when it comes to side Easter eggs in this map as we first expected. As noted by Random over on Twitter, I'm really enjoying Ashes so far, but I will say one thing that I'm disappointed about is that yet again the side Easter eggs are kind of lacking, which is a shame. With all of the original 9 quote-unquote side Easter eggs which were leaked to be in the map already being solved, but players are discovering that there is more to be found in this map. For example, Skite has discovered a brand new Easter egg which rewards you in a free Raygun Mark II. It involves Old Tessie, jump pads, the teleporter, all three of those things, and is actually a pretty cool side Easter egg that players weren't able to discover from data mining before. With Nanikos noting on Twitter that there's still definitely more Easter eggs to be found on the map, including totally figuring out how the jump pad Easter egg works, another component to the bear attack Easter egg, and that there seems to be more spots for an RCXD race on the map that haven't been discovered yet. So next time you or your friends hop into a game of Ashes, be sure to look around, especially for those extra RCXD races. I would imagine that those are probably still waiting to be discovered in the fog sometime soon. Next up, when it comes to the XP earn rate in this game, especially double XP, some players in the Zombies community are pretty convinced that it is not working and is totally broken right now. Zombies content creator Stanley over on Twitter saying, yeah, double XP tokens in Zombies seem completely broken. Played a game using a token I applied before the match started and got no double XP. Reddit Zombies player Skycrew also noticing something similar in his own game, where a lot of the XP being earned wasn't from actual match XP, but rather just XP you get from leveling up your weapons, calling cards, and camos. Treyarch, of course, has already responded to this, saying on their end, double XP and XP appears to work fine, with unfortunately no consensus on who to believe right now, whether double XP is broken or not. But one thing that is absolutely true, less so about weapon leveling and more so about just general levels, it's a lot slower in this game in zombies than it was in Black Ops 6. They've nerfed the heck out of that in this game. So here's hoping that Treyarch will do as they said and maybe buff XP a bit in zombies, which is my inclination of why people are saying XP is broken, because it's just so dang slow as a base in this game. Next up, as a follow-up to one of the lead stories from yesterday's video, some of you might be happy with this, where found within the general credits of the game, the instrumental backing track for the perk jingle for Mule Kick was there, leading players to believe that finally Mule Kick would be added as a DLC perk within this game. Well, it seems like the credits aren't the only location in which Mule Kick is being found. Prominent Call of Duty leaker Reality said this was speculated a while ago, but further references confirm the perk Z mod within the files of the game to be Mule Kick. So it seems like at this point it is very likely one of the DLC perks will be Mule Kick, probably within the first or second DLC map, I would expect, and it'll be interesting to see what exactly the augment effects are of Mule Kick in this game, where having a third primary weapon, the original effect of Mule Kick, really isn't that good in this game, as weapons lose their power much more quickly than in past games, where maybe something like having an augment that would increase the ammo reserve of all of your weapons, making it significantly better as a perk in this game. And hey, with Mule Kick kind of being a western cowboy themed perk, I don't know, maybe you can call it a Bandolier Bandit or something like that. But okay, moving on to our next story of the day, a massive warning for anyone lucky enough to make it to the ending boss fight of Ashes of the Damned, and specifically to reach probably the last half to 25% of the boss's health, where I've seen several clips now, like this one from Word over on Twitter, where during that boss fight, walking up to a corner of that large pedestal in the middle will result in you clipping right through the ground and falling underneath the map. It wasn't only Word that was experiencing this. I saw Descended Venus over on Reddit experience the exact same things. Players are falling through the floor of the boss fight, you know, just adding that extra little bit of challenge into the boss fight because it wasn't already difficult enough. By looking at the video of it happening within the clip from Word, it seems to occur when you try to mantle over one of the main pillars in that central section of the boss fight arena. So my strong recommendation at this time, unless Treyarch comes in and fixes this, do not mantle over those pillars in the center of the map. It will likely result in you falling through and having your game ended thanks to Treyarch. This boss fight's just throwing everything at the players, glitches included, isn't it? But ladies and gentlemen, that rounds off the news today. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, consider hitting that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you with another Zombies news update tomorrow. Peace.